Salmon, guys. Geez. So Tina, my area hasn't had electricity since 10 a.m. today, and it's over. I think it's the time now. If I'm not mistaken, is around 6:30. So that's what 8.5 hours, if my maths is serving me well. And as it guys, like, they don't give a fuck about us, eh? Like, I'm reading on Twitter, people complaining to ESCOM, to City of Joburg, to City Power. People are tagging in my ANC or the DA, or they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They do not care. We've been sitting here for over 8.5 hours with no electricity. And when I was writing about that, and I wrote that on my WhatsApp status, a couple of friends of mine were like, "Oh, you lucky. You've only had 8.5. We haven't had power since yesterday." I know others have like, "Oh, we haven't had power for 4 days," or. So now it's almost like the people that haven't had electricity for like an hour shouldn't complain, because the ones that haven't had it for 8.5 hours, like me, well, not like me, but like my area, like, they have it worse. So you start seeing this, which it ends up becoming, well, you have it good or you have it better than us. So rather, the guys at the top don't give a fuck. They don't care. Their homes have inverters and generators. Their homes are on grids with hospitals that don't ever have load shedding. They other the country. They living lavish, guys. They don't give a fuck about us. You know. If you are still one of those people that are spending your hard-earned cash buying the latest shoes, buying Michael Kors handbags, buying bottles popping, and not investing in uh, generators, and not investing in fucking inverters. I know guys who are driving cars that cost 10,000 rand a month in installments, and their houses are just lit up in candles. I know guys that this past weekend, were buying bottles. Guys are buying bottles this weekend. Meanwhile, they chilling in darkness now. Like, it's really up to us. It's up to us. I was saying, Guti, I'd have no idea what it would take for me to vote for the ANC again. I have no cooking clue what will need to happen for my brain to put an X next. And then people say, "Oh, vote for the EFF. We didn't have load shedding when there was then they were striking or some bullshit." The EFF strike was like last month. We didn't have load shedding for one day. They were striking for Ramaphosa to step down as president, and for the load shedding, sorry about that. My kids are having a good time outside making a noise. Um, they were striking for the president to step down, and for there to be no load shedding. Hey, the EFF are now, but they don't give a fuck. Like, the president didn't even consider it for half a second to, like, "Oh my god, EFF is striking. Let me step down as president." They're not even sorting out the pala pala shit where they found millions of dollars in his house. Like, nobody's talking about that. Like, no, he's not getting to. People are like, "Double bastard." That's what we're focusing on, and that's what's trending, and that's what we're talking about. The fact that the president stole money, or allegedly stole money, or apparently stole money, or ain't nobody talking about that. The fact that there's millions of ain't nobody talking about that. The fact that what did the EFF achieve on that day, or rather, moving forward? What are the tangible things that we can see? Nothing. The DA is busy telling us about they building the solar what. People are being shot inside the police station in your city, in Philippi. Let's see how many people get arrested. Let's see justice being served. Like, we know that the DA is doing amazing things for the middle and upper classes in Cape Town. We've seen it. Well done, DA. Looking after the rich. Perfect. Keep at it. What are you doing for people in the township? Fuck all. If you go to Felipe, if you say, oh, the deals, go to Felipe, go to Khayelitsha, go to Kukuleti, go to the flats, go see how the poor is living. It's no different from the rest of South Africa. I'm telling you, it is no different. People there are struggling. They are struggling. People here in Joburg are struggling. People in KZN are struggling. Empty promises. I don't care who runs your district. Go look at how the working class, the poor, go look at how they living. People don't give a fuck. Guys, people, well-off people, rich people have inverters. They have generators. Their lights are on. I live in a place. I know, Guti, there's people in my complex that they don't care who runs this country. It could be EFF, it could be COPE. They fine. They sorted. They don't give a fuck. They look after themselves. What's happening is that while your shit is switched off, while you're living in darkness, people with means, they working, making more money. You are stuck. You don't know what your next move is. They are carrying on. They are signing policies. They are signing BE deals. They are signing this. They're signing that. I was actually listening to who's this guy from IPUSA, the Business Unity South Africa, and they're speaking about decarbonization, which is now obviously lowering carbon emissions, looking for alternative power. So I'm assuming that's solar, whatever the case may be. We have an energy crisis, you fuckers. The last thing that you want to think about is carbon emissions. Let China and America, who have destroyed the ozone layer, let them focus on that fight. For now, for us, all hands on deck. Forget about all that shit. We've got an energy crisis. Let's focus every little bit of resource on fixing that first. So if people are dying because of starvation, don't come with your bullshit of telling us that McDonald's is unhealthy. Don't tell people who haven't eaten in fucking weeks that KFC is bad for you and has what. Fuck off. Busa. Fuck you. Focus right now. Right now. I know you guys might have deals somewhere that talks to decarbonization that will benefit you somewhere in the hidden. We know this. We live in a gangster state. We understand. But for now, let us fix this energy crisis. If you want us to vote for you, DA, come, let's see you work in the poorest communities and fix that shit. EFF, let's see it. Show us what you're doing at Tembisa. Show us what you are doing. If you want us to vote for you again, ANC, show us. Let's last. If the ANC can go for 10 days with no load shedding, I'll give you my vote in next year's election. I'll do it. I'll be like, okay, no sharp. You know, like a beaten partner in a relationship, like an abused partner in a relationship. I will give you one more chance. Go for it. Just 10 days. Out of 365 days, give us 10. Don't go to stage 2. Don't do stage 1. Just 10 back to back. Back of no fucking load shedding. Let's see if you can do that. You know, you've done everything. You've done everything. You've stolen money. You've had cases not being solved. You have literally just fucked up this country day after day after day after day, and you've got so many little minions fighting your fights for you. I was one of them. I voted for you twice nationally, so I won't even act better than when it comes to that. But God, there's people with kids that need to make milk, little milk to feed their babies. You know, kids need to eat. You know, I'm God privileged. And I think, would you fuck what's happening in other spaces? And you guys just 16 years of this fucking shit. Not 16 months, not 16 weeks, 16 years of this shit. And you guys have, oh, we're sorting it out. Oh, we're having some task force. Oh, we've got a minister now of Praveen God. I'm not here trying to talk about current affairs. I'm defeated when it comes to that. All I'm trying to do is telling you that no one's coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. Stop buying bottles, stop buying fancy clothes, stop buying fancy cars, stop. Get a generator, get an inverter, get solar panels. Take every little bit of money, put it together. Get that. Move into an area that has a hospital. Move next door to a hospital, if that works. Move into a space where I don't have the solutions. I have something for my family, you know. My area has load shedding now again from 6 to 10:30, you know, so people are going to be in dock again. So, well, not again because power was gone from 10 in the morning. So ultimately it's going to be 12 and a half hours should it come back at 10:30. I doubt it. I doubt it'll come back at 10:30. But should it come back, it will be 12 and a half hours. Um, Again, I'm blessed, so you know I'm gonna be uploading, watching YouTube, watching The Simpsons, having a hot meal. Um, yeah, I don't know, guys. Write in the comments. Tell me what you think. Um, Tell me how you feel. Ntanda, man, but we can't as a people live like this. Um, we can't live like this. We can't live like this. And soon, you know, you politicians, the poor will eat the rich. The poor will eat the rich. We can't maintain this. Obviously, we can't maintain something like this. And if you guys think Ogoti picketing and striking will work, it will work maybe in the extreme short term. And the poor will see no results, and it will do it again, and you will see them will loot again. Will loot again as the poor. Well, not me. I'm privileged, disgustingly so. But the poor will loot. The poor will loot your homes. Yeah. God protect Africa, man. Let's see what happens. Write the comments. Share this video. Let's engage. Let's see if there's any solutions. Anyway, Kantanda, guys. Never crash.